Okay, so this is the business portion of the Redwood Writers meeting. For the folks at home, I'm Chrissy Langwell, your Redwood Writers president, and we are starting off with something exciting, which is the 2025 to 26 election of board officers. So can we have the slate of officers up here, please? So missing today is Marlon Johnstone, who you can pretend is right here. She's actually on the other side, on the other side of Molina. And then also Barbara Cottrell, so Barbara Cottrell is on the slate to be secretary, and Marlon Johnstone is on the slate to be vice president. Did you want to go ahead? I'm sorry, I'm doing your job for you.
That's all right.
You know what? No. Okay, this isn't my job. Pamela Heck, come on up here.
All right, it is time to officially vote for the slate. So of course, we have Chrissy Langwell, who has agreed to step in for another great year. We have two vice presidents this coming up, Sean Langwell and Marlon Johnstone. Melena, God bless her, is gonna, stepping in as treasurer again.
My sins.
How many years has it been, Melena? We've lost track. And Barb Cottrell for secretary. So that is the slate for this year. So I'm just going to ask if you are in favor of this group of lovely people being your board for the next year. Please raise your hand. Okay. I don't see it. Anyone opposed? Raise your hand. Nobody would have the nerve to show that. All right. So congratulations. This is your official group's board for this year.
Yay. Thank you. Happy to do this for one more year. So we're gonna, on celebration, we're gonna go ahead and do a raffle for everybody who's here. And this time we're doing it a little bit differently. We usually do it with raffle tickets. This time we're doing it by
More environmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna ask a question and see.
We're gonna let Melena lead this one.
So first of all, I want to thank Neil Bergstaller, who is our author in the back there. And anybody who would like to donate books for a raffle giveaway is invited to do that, anytime you'd like. And, it's you donate the books to us, and then, they get out there, and you get a little publicity. So we are going to give these books to the person who has the birthday, not year, just the month and day, closest to Neil's. And so tell us when yours is, Neil?
It's September 8th.
September 8th. Oh, well, I'm September 26th.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think she wins.
Anyone closer than
Anyone
September
closer?
7th? All right, it's Laurel.
Okay, and then, I had it down. Okay. Oh, okay, we're gonna give this book to the person who traveled the farthest to get here. So who traveled more than, say, I'm sorry. Arlene Miller, who is a former member who moved away, if you can believe it, to Florida. I know, but anyway, she's a great writer. She's the grammar queen.
Yeah.
She, Grammar Diva, yes. And this is called The Best Little Grammar Book Ever. So you will, get some hints about what you're doing wrong in your writing that you didn't even recognize. So anyway, so I think it might be, Tell us where you came from, Grace.
I'm from the border of Mendocino and Sonoma County.
Okay, wait.
Oh, wait, we got one back here.
Oh, who's back here?
See if I find her.
Nuh-uh.
Here comes the best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but back, okay, in the corner over here.
I think,
Okay. And
She
Nancy?
wins.
Sonoma.
Well, that is a little, yeah, I think.
Is you kayak?
all of our travelers have bought.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
We have more anthologies that we can give
Yeah.
out too.
Oh, and anybody who's the books on the very back table, those are all free. So if you want to take one or two, go ahead. Those are old.
I'm a former English teacher, so.
Oh, you don't
I
really need
that
this.
far.
Okay, all right, let's go ahead and right in the corner. Ukiah wins.
Yeah, you kind of win.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and then we have our most recent
Congratulations.
anthologies that are before the one that's coming up
So
next.
these are last year's.
This is
until-
last year's anthologies. So let's see, what did I have for those? Whose birthday is closest to Suzanne's, our speaker? And she was born on October 3rd.
October 1st.
Oh, you're the winner. Okay, you can have either poetry or prose. It's okay. This one. And then, oh, you have that one. Okay. You want the, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
There you go.
Yes.
It's a good one.
it is good.
Yes.
They all are. Okay. And then we have, okay, what else did I say? Oh, whose birthday is closest to today? Anybody with a June birthday? June 29th or early July? Oh, I guess you're the winner.
Eric, happy birthday.
Okay, so you get transitions, which was our latest. And then, okay, Chrissy, I'll let you do this one.
Oh gosh, well,
That'll be your
closest
birthday.
to my birthday.
Yeah, closest to your birthday.
Okay, well,
So-
let me talk about this one real
Yeah,
quick.
talk
And
about
I'm cheating here. This is supposed to be member announcements, but this is my latest published book. And it's basically therapy for writers. It's a journal. It's a guided journal. It has a bunch of stuff to help you work through writer's block. It was exactly what I needed. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to create something for other writers because I know I'm not alone in this. So the person that will win this is the closest to my birthday, which is December 7th.
Yeah.
December 10th, Adrian?
11/24.
Okay, I think it's still 10. Okay, anyone else? Going, Hillary. Okay, what do we have next? We have committee and board announcements. So before we have people come up, there's two announcements that I want to make. And first is we're in membership renewal right now. It's all on the website. If you go to redwoodwriters.org, you'll find all the information there to renew your membership. If you don't renew by September 30th, right? September 30th, you will have to rejoin as a new member, which is slightly more expensive. And it's just good just to, keep with the club. We have things coming up like our anthology that we're working on right now, which you won't be able to be a part of if you're not a member. So please do renew so you can be a part of that. And we have exciting contests, which I'm going to be talking about in a little bit, that you want to be a member for reduced pricing. So please go ahead and do that. Don't let your membership lapse. The other thing I want to talk about is our meeting prices are going up. We have rising costs and we have had our meeting for members at $5 forever. So we are now having to, do a little inflation here with the times, and it's going up to $10 a member and $15 for non-members. So if you sign up for membership and you do express membership, which is something that I do, so I don't have to pay each meeting. It used to be $45. It will be $90 now for the express membership, but you still get 3 meetings for free. And you also get a couple of perks like being able to bring a guest to one of the meetings. You go on the website, it says all the little benefits for doing that. So just want to give you a heads up about that. So it's, we'll let you know what the tariffs are, so. All right, I'm going to invite Judy up, who has a lot of exciting things to talk about.
Some of you, I will. I'm gonna go in front, sorry. I don't like to be in back of the table there. Some of you have submitted your stories and memoirs to Moonshadow Tales of Hidden Light. but a lot of you haven't yet. So we decided we are going to extend the due date, which is supposed to be the end of this month, to the end of July. There was a lot going on, and it just seemed that we had a better opportunity to give you more time. And now you've had the opportunity to see a workshop and our presenter today talk about memoir, if that's what you're writing about. But if you'll notice, both Kristen Tatro and Suzanne talked about the fact whether you are writing fiction or nonfiction, the story is the key. It needs to move us emotionally, and it doesn't have to have a happy ending. It just needs to be compelling. Something has to happen. Forward moving action. So you have more time to submit. And I'm going to be creating a landing page that have all the prompts that I've sent out, the playlist. So you'll be able to go in one place and just go through that. And if you've got questions, call me up, send me an email. I'll do a little bit better on that in answering your questions. But I think this is a really amazing topic. And there's very few things I can think of that wouldn't fit. The only thing that won't fit, if it's an essay, can't do that. Anything else pretty much can be in there. Oh, or poetry. You could have a poem inside of your story, but poetry is going to live somewhere else. And Chrissy's going to talk about that. So I hope you will please consider sending in your short memoir or short fiction. And my other hat, which is trying to turn itself around, I'm also the newsletter editor. And I bet some of you have some good news that you haven't shared yet. Doesn't have to be long. Little short blurb about 50 to 100 words, and you can include a link to additional information. If you're doing a book talk, if you are featured on the radio, like Get Lit, that would be something you want to put in there. If you're doing something related to writing that the other members would enjoy, please send in your blurbs. And if you didn't notice, we now are accepting book reviews. You probably read a lot if you're like me. I mean, is there anybody in here who doesn't read? Okay, so you have read a book recently that you enjoyed. Tell us about it. I always pick my next book from recommendations, and I bet you do too. And it might be another member's book. That's totally legit. And it's a way to start spreading the word and for you to practice asking for reviews and giving reviews. The more reviews you give, the more likely people are going to review your work too. So that's what I have to share with you as a board member.
Thank you. Okay, so all of you who are poets, raise your hand. Okay, we have the poetry anthology coming up, and I know that we've been waiting a while for this. Les Bernstein, bless her heart, has been doing this for years, and she also has had her hands full with vision and verse, which she's done with all of Cal Writers. So we strategically moved the poetry anthology to start on June 30th of this month, and so that they won't overlap. So from June 30th to July 30th, July 30th is the date to remember. Prose anthology deadline, also the poetry anthology deadline. Everything is on the website at redwoodwriters.org. The form will go live for the poetry anthology on that day, so you'll be able to start getting your poems ready now. You can submit up to 5 into this anthology. Super easy process. Just put it in there and be done. And Les is amazing to work with. So please do get that. The name of it is called So Far. I think that's what, yeah, So Far. And I will double check that. If I'm wrong, I apologize, but it is So Far. But it's themeless. Write a poem about anything. Write about your cat. Write it about how much you love your Redwood Writers president. Write about anything that you want. The next thing I want to talk about, and Hillary, did you want to talk about this with me?
Yes.
If you're not prepared, it's okay. Yeah, she is. She's a pro. So Hillary, everyone who sees Hillary get up here and knows what she does gets a little excited because we have the 10-minute play contest coming up, and it is going to be going live in like less than 2 weeks on July 1st. So did you want to talk about like what people can expect, and I can give the details to it afterwards?
In terms of what? Are you talking about?
What
the
are you looking
workshop or-
for? What are you looking for the contest and then the
Oh,
workshop?
okay, for the contest. Well, because those plays are going to be performed by Off the Page Readers Theater, we want the writers to know that minimal scene description, minimal description in general, mostly dialogue, and very minimal props, scene changes. We do sometimes indicate scene changes by the actors stepping back from the mics, but this is not like a regular stage play where you move around and slam doors. No, none of that. So it's done, I like to say acting from the waist up. So we're not moving in location, but we are moving the rest of our bodies. So we're looking for stories that are dynamic. Nostalgia is fine, but there's got to be a reason for people to be interested. You have a lot of work to do if you're going to tell a story in 10 minutes. That's quite a challenge because it needs to be a complete story within those 10 minutes. And we say it's not a page count, it's you have to read the thing loud yourself and look at your stopwatch and see how long it takes you to do that. That's enough.
So to kick it off, because I know a lot of people, this might be really new for them. Hillary is doing a workshop on July 19th, right before the general meeting here, to make it super easy. So make July your Redwood Writers Day, like do it. 9 at 9, what is the time? 9 to 10:30 here in this room. It'll be Hillary and Beth. Beth Moise, who will be running it and telling all of you guys what to expect, best practices, and it's something, if you want to see your play performed by Readers Theater, I absolutely recommend you come to the workshop because they're going to offer you tips that you're not going to know. You won't, if you've never done this before. There are things that they look for, and it's what they're picking are things that are going to be easy for Readers Theater that's going to translate on the stage. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just want to add to that it's a participatory workshop. We're not going to just talk at you. You're going to be doing a little bit of writing and reading aloud if you choose to do so. So you can put into practice right then and there some of the things that we recommend.
So with this contest, the big prize of this, and I think that if it's not clear already, the winners of this contest, I believe there will be six winning plays will be performed by Readers Theater. And that's going to be on November 7th and 8th. And we'll give all this information. You don't have to memorize this, but it's going to be in the room at the very end of the senior wing over here, which is such a great room for us to be able to do this. And as someone who has been lucky enough to have my play chosen, it is like nothing else to have your work performed by the people. It becomes like a whole new thing and like a lot of new depth. And they do such a good job of just bringing things to life. Like I have cried at their performances. I mean, it's, laugh. I mean, I can't talk about it enough. So hope you all will take a part of that. So Deadline is August 16th. You guys have a little time, July 1st to August 16th, but do not wait till August 15th to put it in there.
I just want to add that someone came up to me today and said she so remembered Sean's story and that it moved her so much. So this was over a year ago.
Yeah.
So I'm really pleased about that.
Great.
Those things touch people and stay with them.
It's in November. It's November 7th and 8th.
It'll all be in the newsletter.
Yes.
I promise. And website.
And on the website. Grace, did you have a question?
I was asking who performed it, but Adrian's answered me. It's
Oh.
Readers Theater.
Off
Yes,
the
yes.
Page Readers Theater is
Yes.
the name of our group.
Okay, so make sure you start getting your plays together, and July 1st, enter that. It'll be on the website, and I'll send something out through email. Thank you. Okay, next we have, okay, this is just a little heads up. This year, okay, so last year we had our craft and book fair, which was amazing in December, right before Christmas. So everyone had already gone shopping. So this year, we're doing it in November, on November 15th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in that theater over there. So we're gonna have a lot more room for tables. We do not have signups yet. We're still kind of getting all the details together, but authors and crafters will have the option of booking either a half table or a full table. There will be limited full tables. It's low cost, $25 for a half table, $50 for a full table. And for the general public, it's going to be free to attend. I think we agreed on that. It's going to be free to attend so that we can put the highlight on all of you who have books or crafts that want to be sold. So we'll be getting that sign up sheet out shortly, but just kind of keep that in your mind. November 15th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Next is Redwood Writers Salon is the next readers event that we have coming up. That's on June 28th at 1 p.m. That's over at Robert Gavert's house. You can find all that information on the website or in the newsletter. And we also have Redwood Writers Circle, which is on July 26th, 10:30 a.m. The next thing I want to talk about is Wine Country Radio. And I'm sorry, I'm going through this fast. I know this is a lot of information. We have this wonderful partnership with Wine Country Radio that we're doing a program called Get Lit. And every week, Tuesday morning, 8:45 a.m., we have one of our authors coming on the air and talking with Mindy in the morning about their book. And it's just this short little segment, and it's been really fun. But the exciting news is that we now have a sponsor for this, and that is Copperfields. Yeah. So they're making sure that the show goes on. They are so pro local author. Like they are really excited because this is local authors that are part of this. But they will also be bringing in some of their featured authors that will be coming to their store. So it's kind of adding some name recognition to a program, which is way to our benefit. So those of you who are looking for an audience, your audience just got a little bit bigger.
And
So,
Mindy is great.
And Mindy is amazing. And I also want a huge thank you to Carol Jacobson, who has been handling all of the authors. Yeah, let's go ahead. She's the one who's making sure that you all know who's going to be on the air next. And that's in Groups.io. If you're go on Groups.io, you'll find out all the schedule and everything. So make sure you're there. But I'll let you know that the next people that are coming up is Diana Morgan Dean with her book Compost Happens on June 24th. We have Laura McHale Holland with Shinbone Lane, which is on July 1st. We have Rebecca Rosenberg with Silver Echoes on July 8th. We have Brian Martins, who I think is here. Okay. He's on July 15th with his book 3 Raven Gate. And we have Jan Ogren with their book Dragon Magic on July 22nd. Hillary.
What's the number of that station?
Oh, 90, thank you. That's a really important. 95.9 The Crush, KRSH. You can go to krsh.com if you do things more stream-wise and they're on the website, and you can also stream it through your phone, or just go on your radio station 95.9 at 8:45. And finally, for me, I have Coffee with the Press. That's going to be tomorrow. I know it's coming quick. Sunday, June 22nd, 10 a.m. at Pillow Fight Coffee in Kenwood, which is my favorite coffee shop at the moment. So I'll be there tomorrow at 10 a.m. This is a totally casual meetup. Come hang out, meet other writers, ask questions, because I know at these meetings I tend to be a little limited, but this is like a chance for you to get to know me and get to know other writers and ask questions about the club. You don't have to show up. This is totally not an obligation. You don't have to show up at 10. You can show up at 11. I'll be there between 10 to 12. So show up if you want to at Pillow Fight Coffee in Kenwood. Does any other board members, not member yet, board members have any announcements? Like, I think there's 4 of us here. Okay. All right, we're gonna ask people to come up for member announcements. Come on up. Carol's first and then you're next. Actually, Judy was next. Okay.
Hello, Carol Jacobson. I do the Women of Color and Accomplishment series, and I just got my articles of incorporation sent up to the state for my new nonprofit, Canvas Encourage. And I have some flyers because what the nonprofit is about is this is my coloring book from the series, and I got a thank you note from a teacher, well, director of 2 Montessori elementary schools, and I had given her one of these, and she got some more. She used the books in their classrooms, both in Novato and Alameda, and the kids colored the pages, and then they framed them, put them on display. They had a Black History exhibit, and they used the bios in the book to teach the children about the women. And I also have, because it's a nonprofit, what I'm doing is, I thought this was such a great thing she did, so I created a nonprofit to be able to supply these books to classrooms in underserved communities to help teach Black history. So I have flyers here. If anyone, I do grants, and right now it's all self-funded. And then once the 501c3 is approved, I'll ask for donations probably from corporations, but also people, because it doesn't cost that much to supply a bunch of these books to a classroom. So if you're interested, either knowing an underserved classroom or a teacher that might be interested in getting a grant, I have that, and also for future donations. So come see me. Thank you.
As if we don't have enough going on already, somewhere in these little cracks of time, I find time to write another book. This is my second book in this year. It's called Chill, Embrace the Space Between Extremes. I've been working on this book for about 2 years. It started really as Suzanne was talking about, it started as an event project, which was me trying to process some of my own emotions around the current status of division in our culture. And what became of that was this concept of learning to be present where we're at, not vacillating between one extreme or the other. And at its core, it's really a self-awareness relationship book that reveals a deep secret you already know, but are often too scared to put into practice. If you're interested, it's available on Amazon today. I will have it next month for in-person copies. Thank you.
Well, on the theme of courage, which both Sean and Carol were talking about, I did something that scared the wits out of me. I started doing live stream coaching. Thursday was my first episode, and you can find it on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and it will be on Instagram and Substack soon. But if you have a question about book marketing or branding, you can apply for one of my free spots each month, and I will coach you live. And this is the information. You can also find it on my website at Buzzworthy Books. But I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun, because not only am I helping you see what you already know inside, but I make it easy. I help you. You're going to have an actionable item at least one, probably more, that you can take right away. And with my first guest, we actually made some changes right on the air. We were looking at his LinkedIn profile and we made changes. And then he told me some things I didn't know. So it's an exchange because I am a book marketing mentor. That means I am a peer. I'm not above you. I'm not going to direct you. I'm going to guide you. So I hope you'll consider being on the Buzzworthy Book Power Hour.
Okay, how many of you here write poetry? Okay, so how many of you are familiar with the Voices of Lincoln Poetry Contest? Nobody, okay. So I just thought, this is kind of an FYI, they do this every year. I think this is the 21st year. It's free. You can submit, I think, up to 3 pieces. What happens if you get selected, the winners, you get a book, a little chapbook, and if you're up for driving up to Lincoln, which is kind of outside of Sacramento, I think, they actually have a reading. Yeah, Lincoln, California. So anyway, the deadline is July 16th. And if you go to 2025 Voices of Lincoln Poetry Contest online, it will give you the form that you need. And actually, it's not done online. It's kind of old fashioned. You print off the flyers or the form, entry form, and you send it in snail mail.
My name's Neil Brookstaller, been a Redwood writer since 2018. And one time, over a month ago, I was at the craft fair selling my books. I just about broke even. There was one fellow who wanted to buy a couple books from me, but he said he would come back later, and he did. He gave me the money for the books, but then he's been gone for quite some time. So what I did, I went ahead and mailed the books. He bought 2 books from me. But then this is something you might want to think about, and that's kind of based on this comparison. As you go to Safeway or to Lucky's and you see the special that if you buy 3 bags of potato chips, you get the 4th one free. So what I did, I mailed the 2 books and then I added another book for free. Yes. Yeah. So that's something you might want to think about. Like if you wish to sell 2 books or more, maybe give another one for free, if you know what I mean. Thank you. Yeah.
That is great advice. I'm going to be a member for a second. First thing that I want to brag about is I got a finalist in Indie Book Awards, which is a national contest. And it was for the best series, which was my Sunset Bay series, which is the last series that I recently wrote, which I'm super proud of. I've been super proud of, and don't need an award to be proud of it, but it sure does help. So there is that. I get to say I'm an award-winning author, and that's fun. The next bit of news, I already kind of talked about this, the Writer's Healing Reset, which is journal prompts to untangle your creativity from burnout, writer's block, or creative exhaustion. And I don't know about you guys, but I suffer through that all the time. So this was kind of like my journal for myself that I'm offering to other writers. And I brought a couple copies with me if anyone's interested. But also what I do want to mention is I have if you're doing self-publishing through Amazon, Amazon has several different options for, whether you do a matte finish or you do a glossy finish. Well, I have hardcovers in matte and glossy back there, and I have paperbacks in matte and glossy. So if you're just wanting to look and see what those feel like, go check out my books. And then the third thing that I want to brag about is this is my next book coming. This is not the cover because this is the beta version. But I have the Jilted Lovers Club, which is coming out on August 8th. It is my brand new series, Lahoma Springs series. And it is actually branching off from Sunset Bay, which is like just this fun, like little Marvel idea, like the whole Marvel universe. Well, I'm kind of doing that with this, where I've taken 2 characters from separate book series and they're landing in this book. So I knew the characters already, so that kind of made it fun. some characters from one of my books, like side characters, got to do a little guest appearance. And it's kicking off the next series, and I think it's a strong start. So that's my announcement. Any other member news? Okay, with that, we have the next meeting that we have coming up is on July 19th, 11 a.m. in this room, Finley Center, with Rebecca Lawton. She is the name, you could probably tell me more about this, but she said the title of her presentation is Rivers Teach Me to Write, a Guide to the Natural Flow of Words. So it will be a craft presentation. So we've had Rebecca Lawton before. She is incredible, so inspiring. I always come away from it feeling like, damn, I'm proud to be a writer. And I just learned a lot. So that is all I got. Thank you. Oh, I'm being reminded to remind you all to look at the new website, redwoodwriters.org. It is brand new, it's beautiful, it's easy to find everything. And if it's not, shoot me a note and I'll help you or I'll fix it. So thank you.